Are you feeling like a zombie lately? Tired of the same old energy drinks promising the world but delivering the jitters and a crash? Look no further than Sneak Energy, your secret weapon for all your energy needs. With all natural ingredients, Sneak will give you all the energy you need to boost through your day without feeling like a lab rat on caffeine. Don't believe us? Try it yourself and see what a difference it can make to your routine. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the description and pick up your Sneak Starter Pack today. Now enjoy the clip. This evening. But look, let's get straight into the show. That's what we're all about here. This is the bread and butter, and we're here to talk about the Glazers. There's been some interesting things going on today, this morning, around the quarterly revenue figures, financials coming out, and a bit of panic, I think, amongst Manchester United fans that the Glazers might be planning to stay. The stadium situation, there's been some more detail coming out about that. There's been more talk about debt and some debt being cleared. Look, the overarching short story takeaway is this. United are absolutely screwed financially under the Glazers. Whether they're going to pay... There's a story there that we borrowed 200 million and we've still got 100 million left, which we're going to pay back. Yeah, we spent 100 million then and we're going to use the other 100 million to pay it back. We're not clearing any debt. We took 200 million debt. We've spent 100 million. There's 100 left. We're going to clear it. You know, you're back where you were. We are riddled with debt. In fact, debt's gone up in the last 4 months. We're absolutely riddled with it. Any money we earn from the Champions League, match day revenue or anywhere else is still going to service debt. There are no way. And look, it also says the Glazers haven't taken any dividends out. Well, whoop-de-doo. Let's hold a bloody party. The Glazers haven't took dividends out. Oh, please stay. Please stay. You've done such a shit job over the last 17 years. Please stay now that you've not took dividends. It's almost like we're meant to be goldfish. Forget Goldbridge. We're all meant to be goldfish. We're meant to swim around a bloody tank and 7 seconds later forget everything. But in this case, we're meant to forget the last 17 years. Oh, they've not took any dividends. Oh, thanks for that. How many dividends have you took over the last 10 years? Exactly. Absolutely. And we're going to talk about the stadium in a little bit as well. But Adam did smash the show this morning. I love the team we've got. That you know, it allows us to go and do the tour and stuff like that. Adam was brilliant. I'll tell you what, I like Adam's tan. He's had a good break on the international break as well, hasn't he? I think he's in Tenerife. I need to start doing some tours in Tenerife. But the stadium, there are plans for the stadium, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. But again, I feel like come to Scandinavia, says Marcus. I'd love to. But I feel that the stadium plans are hilarious because the Glazers are looking at stadium plans and we're hearing things like, and I'll give you the exact quotes, but we're hearing things like, it will take 6 years to build a new stadium, but it will take longer to renovate the current stadium. And they're looking at the plans. And I'm sat there, and I don't think I'm a genius. I think everyone else is thinking the same. And I'm going, okay, it's going to take 6 years to build a new stadium. I get that. If Arsenal want to build a new stadium or anyone wants to build a stadium, it will take a few years. What I have a massive problem with is you're acting like there's a choice here, and the last 17 years hasn't destroyed this choice. Renovating Old Trafford is going to take longer than 6 years. You've had Old Trafford for 17 years and you've let it rot. If over those 17 years you'd actually, in year 1, put some plans in place, let's keep maintaining it. Year 5, let's do this expansion. Year 10, let's do that expansion. And all the time, renovating it and keeping it up to date, we wouldn't be in this position. These people have created a situation where if we want to stay at Old Trafford, it's going to take many years to get it looking good again because for 17 years, they've left it to die. That's what they've done. People shouldn't forget about this. All these stories coming out today about the choices. Well, the Glazers are still in charge. I don't mind if it's the Jim's choice or it's Althani's choice because it's not their issue. They're inheriting a problem. The Glazers talking about bloody options. Wow, if we do this, it will take this long. It will take that. Your fault it will take that long. You've done sod all. Do you realise what happens to a football stadium when you do nothing to it for 17 years? Well, go to Old Trafford and have a look. We shouldn't be in this position. If they just maintained it over the last 17 years, we wouldn't even be talking about renovation or a new stadium. They've basically left it to die whilst pocketing their own money. Disgusting. It's a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. But look, let's go through the actual headlines. So This has come out from the Manchester Evening News this morning. Joel Glazer's view of retaining Old Trafford is believed to be shared by senior Manchester United-based club figures. He's understood to have likened visiting Old Trafford to attending baseball games at Fenway Park, the storied home of the Boston Red Sox. Who's put that out? Who's told the Manchester Evening News that? What prat has put that out there? It's just... I mean, is it Sir Jim? What good does that do? There is no part of that does anything other than raise everybody's blood pressure. What does that do? I mean, we'll start with the biggest joke. He's likened visiting Old Trafford to attending baseball games at Fenway Park, the storied home of Boston Red Sox. He lives in bloody Florida. When does he go to watch the Boston Red Sox? About as much as he goes to watch bloody Manchester United. He never bloody goes to Manchester United. What the bloody hell is he on about? What is he on about? Who do they think they are? Who do they think we are? These sort of stories or leaks actually expose what they think about Man United fans. And they think we're thick. But we're more intelligent than them. They've inherited their money. They're very, 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 very rich and successful people, but it's all because of their dad. They actually think they're... there's nothing more dangerous than a rich person who thinks they're clever and they're not. And that sort of nonsense, who does that hit? And they go, I like the Glazers. It's just ridiculous. I would actually... They'd be better off saying, instead of saying, oh, I love Old Trafford, it's like going to watch the Boston Red Sox, they'd be better off. It would hit better with United fans if they went, we're running the club because we inherited it off our dad and we like making money. I think people would react to that better than bullshit like that. I really, really do. But obviously the first bit, Joel Glazer's view of retaining Old Trafford is believed to be shared by senior Manchester United-based club figures. I mean, this is, I suppose, the thing that's worrying people a little bit. Are the Glazers planning to stay? But Joel and Avram, it's not a lie. They would like to stay. They would like to stay at Manchester United. We know that. But there are a few other siblings who hopefully don't want to stay. It's very easy to over-egg the pudding and be sensationalist and start going, oh my God, they're going to stay. But I am going to be consistent with you. I said it in the summer, and I said that the cost of that stadium, I think that's the Glazers gone. And ever since the club's been up for sale, I'm not going to dismiss the fact that the Glazers might want to stay and they might still stay. But my feeling is they're going to go. They are going to go. I don't know why we've got the purple light on. I'm going to stick with it now. It looks a bit odd. I'm not concerned about that. And I don't dismiss or disbelieve the fact that Joel and Avram want to stay. And actually, when you read it, is it really that bad? Joel Glazer's view of retaining Old Trafford is believed to be shared with senior executives at Manchester United. Well, we know that Joel wants to stay. And look, imagine the senior executives are Richard Arnold and co. If you are CEO of Manchester United and you know the owners are going, what's your opinion going to be? If I'm Richard Arnold, I want the Glazers to stay because I've got a job for life. If I'm Richard Arnold and the Glazers sell, have I got a job anymore? Probably not. Maybe not. What are you going to choose in life, people? Definite job for the next 10 years or might lose your job? It ain't hard, is it? It's not hard at all. It's a very, it's a bit like being in a car in a safari and it breaks down, right? Are you going to wait in the car for someone to come and save you, or are you going to get out your car and try and run back and there's a load of lions around? You're going to wait in the car and see what happens, aren't you? And that's exactly what Richard Arnold and these executives want. I don't even think that story is anything to worry about. Senior executives at Man United want the Glazers to stay. Well, whoop-de-doo. I'm not surprised. Slow spirits, I'm shocked. I'm stunned. I'm not stunned. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. Joel or Avram want to stay, or both. Not surprised about that. Senior executives at Manchester United, they've got mortgages, they've got families. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. And I'm not worried, and I still think they're going to sell. So, look, that doesn't...